Starting the W. Listen all the way to the end and you'll see why he's the dumbest cunt on the planet.
Grab a drink, settle down, and we'll see you in right now. Podcast.
Generation X.
Generation X.
Yeah, no, Road Dog Jesse James. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Generation X proudly brings to you the WWF Tag Team Champions of the World. Road Dog Jesse James, the badass Billy Gunn, the new age Outlaws.
That's right.
And if you ain't down with that, we got two words for you. Suck it.
How's that, man? We grew up on that.
I can't believe I remembered it. Yeah, that's really...
We grew up on wrestlers telling us to suck it, right?
China was doing it. China was like going like that.
Now they're doing it to America.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. We grew up on and for children's entertainment, Stone Cold Steve Austin is catching beers and
just sculling them. Yeah.
And he was forcing someone to have a beer and they didn't. It was a woman. He's like, drink it. She's like, nah. So he fucking Stone Cold stunted her, man.
Yeah,
that's domestic violence.
I swear he slapped Stephanie McMahon once.
Yeah.
Man, fuck. If you watch the WWE now, it's so fucked, eh?
What is it?
Just if you go on YouTube, I mean, like, and watch the old WWE.
Oh,
like,
bro.
wow, that shit doesn't fly.
Yeah. Well, the new WWE, they use... Have you seen what they're doing at the moment for crowds?
No, it's just all the faces.
TVs. It's just TVs in a crowd. Like, it's just empty.
Yeah.
Not that I don't watch it, but I follow a couple of the WWE fan pages for those like old Stone Cold Rock videos. I still fucking
The Rock was the best, man.
The Rock was... Yeah.
He'd be like, who's going to win? It doesn't matter who's going to win this weekend.
Doesn't matter what your name is, Jabroni.
Jabroni. Fuck, that was Imad's favourite saying in high school as well. Fuck, man. He had the best lines, man.
Who was your favourite?
I'm going to put the smacketh down on your candy ass.
Was it The Rock? Was he your favourite?
The Rock and Mankind.
Oh, Mankind was
he was crazy, man.
Yeah, that's why I liked him. He was just
but he
an animal.
annoyed me. He felt boring. But yeah, you're right. He was the most...
You know what I found so dumb, bro? Mankind... They're like, oh, I'll bash it. And then he pulls out, Mr. Socko. They're like, oh, no, not a sock on the hand. And they're like, like full fucking scared. That's like a toy that your parents would do. Here's Mr. Socko. They're like, no.
That's really true.
It's probably because it's his cum sock. Like, come on, you fucking hand.
But actually, Strikey used to do that at weddings. He would fucking...
come in socks?
Yeah, you'd get his sock and he'd fucking go and get you. Mate, it really hurts when they put the fucking sock in your mouth.
Fuck, you should try Andrew Strike's cock in your mouth. That's way bigger than Mr. Sock. Shout out to past player, West Coast Eagle, Andrew Strike, and West Perth legend. Fuck, man. He played 20 games. His dick played 22.
Mate, that's the reason he could kick so far. He had a good weight ratio balance.
Good brother.
Like a pendulum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you going to say about WWE?
I don't know, man. I think that was it.
So we're here with Grant Mushet. We're here with Grant Mushet, up and coming good dick energy
Speaking of good dick energy, yeah.
Yeah?
Well, exactly like Strikey with his...
Oh, yeah, speaking of good dick energy.
He had the big dick. I don't know if it was good.
Yeah. So we haven't seen much since he did his first solo show.
No. I reckon he did a conspiracy app.
Yeah, but I'm saying we haven't... No.
That was last year, though.
Yeah, we haven't seen much since he's done his first ever solo hour.
Oh, yeah. That one that
called Good Dick Energy.
Sold out, got an award. Fuck.
Yeah.
Why am I even here?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Mate, you killed it over Fringe, didn't you? Yeah.
Fuck, just killer, eh?
In the craft.
I'm like, so funny, man. People just love my dumb face.
Nice.
No, actually, my mates commented on you at the Regal show.
They were like, he was the best. But
no, they did. They really enjoyed you. I mentioned to one of them, I was having coffee with one of them this morning, and I mentioned had you on. He's like, oh, he's funny, the Irish guy.
Motherfucker, man.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, how'd you find it, man?
The Regal Theatre was a good gig. That was sick, eh?
Yeah,
it was good fun. It was really good.
Man.
Good fun. Good dick energy.
That was like, I was like, give me it.
Yeah. You did really well. The crowd responded very well.
I don't know where this ego is coming from.
Yeah, Mike's just the most humble guy ever. Fucking hell, he's listened to all that good dick energy.
I'm just buying into this, man.
Yeah.
You're your new WWE
I
character.
got lights. I got a sock in my pocket.
The socket.
Nah, Fringe World was sick, man. Eh?
Yeah.
Because you ended up doing well enough to get on some, not big bookers, but I guess they're pretty big
Just all the
bookers.
bookers, eh? They were all just like, hey, man, you want to do gigs?
Booker T.
I was like, yeah, I'll do gigs for sure.
Yeah, you were running around like a madman, bro.
Yeah.
You're as
out of
busy as
breath.
me.
Yeah.
I reckon you perform better when you're out of breath, eh?
Yeah.
Under pressure.
When you sprint to a gig.
Were you in that
Yeah.
situation? Were you sprinting back and forth?
All
Were you
day, every day, man.
Yeah. Cardio.
And smoking like 20 durries a day.
When because you're not working away anymore, or you are from time to time?
Oh, I can't really talk about this.
Oh shit!
Nah, I'm sick. Shit with Conway.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm sick at the moment, so I'm not going back to work for a while, I reckon.
Yeah, okay.
And just going to do comedy. Someone just offered me a job there, part-time, 3 days a week.
Right, comedy or?
Nah, they specifically know I want to do comedy. And they're like, well, we still want you to work for us. So,
That's so good.
yeah.
Sick.
So what'd you do? Turn them down? You say, nah, I'm going to kill it?
I was like, how much?
At what point do you just go like Delby's trying to do that next year? Like, at what point do you just go, I'm going
Probably
full
just
time?
when you grow the stones, I reckon.
Yeah. It is. It's a scary thing going out on your own and
Quitting your
have you-
job.
have you got the sort of
skill?
the thought in your head that if you fail, you just go back to teaching?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
what every
fallback
teacher
for
thinks,
sure.
eh?
But I don't think you'll fail. Like, I don't think you'll need it.
Yeah.
But I guess it's like having that parachute, isn't it? It's that fucking that cushion.
Yeah, it's been
That's not
epic.
even every teacher either. It's just everyone ever who's selecting a degree. They're like,
Yeah.
well, if it doesn't work out, I've got teaching.
Well, there was that.
You have a degree in sociology. Yeah, well,
When
I
I
can
le-
teach science.
When I quit my job to do the filmmaking stuff and the videos and the promos, I sort of still had, because I had that trade behind me, I sort of felt like, well, fuck, like there's so much need for tradies. If
Yeah.
it really does fail, at least
What's
I've
your
got.
trade? I never knew you were a tradie.
I was sheet metal fab.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, welding and
Sheet metal fab.
yeah, doesn't you said that last time? That's how it feels. No,
Yeah,
it's look, mate, I didn't hate my job, never hated it, and I think that's probably how you feel. Like you sort of like you still like your job.
Yeah.
I
No,
like
I
my
love
job
my
as well,
job.
man.
I would much prefer to do fucking videos.
It's just you want to get paid as much as you can for doing as least as you can.
Yeah,
that's
that's true.
that's all I'm thinking, man.
that's a good.
Have lots of free. I love filling my time up because I need that where I get bored. I'm lucky me and Mush live together, and when he's off and I'm off, I've got someone to be really
FIFA
productive
with.
and play FIFA with.
Well, like even putting together this sort of Regal show, the Up and Joke tour, and doing that, like the whole, like just the excitement about how it could turn out and some of the things we're trying to put together. I fucking love it. And I think I really just want to keep putting together shows, not necessarily fucking big Regal shows, but just shows. Constant, like Fringe, like you guys get to do it all the time. You get to put.
Such a tightrope as well. Fringe is good. You got like a backer there, you know. There's
Yeah,
people
yeah.
there that are like, people are coming to see shows, but doing an independent show, there's like that.
Yeah.
And your profit margin might be like 50% if you're lucky.
Yeah, profit
yeah.
margin's so low.
So you need to do really well, sell that
At
show
Fringe?
out. Just in general.
No,
you need
yeah.
to sell-
outside of Fringe.
Yeah, outside you need to sell a show so well, man.
Yeah, because just to hire the Regal, it's going to cost us just a lick over 10K.
Yeah.
It's
So,
crazy, man.
it's
And you never
insane.
even booked me.
Yeah. Poor performance last time.
All right, man.
There wasn't enough of Branchy's friends saying that Irish guy was good. We're going to cop that from everyone.
But yeah, that's like another avenue I want to go down myself. Like just doing that, not necessarily comedy,
Producing
fucking
shows.
just shows, just fun. Like even I love making the podcast, all sorts of things. Like I think it's a good way to go, good avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People hemorrhage money doing it as well.
Yeah,
Some people suck at it.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's
it.
the thing. You just use your sort of networking, your connections, and you make. If you take a little risk for a bigger reward, I think it's usually okay.
Yeah.
I reckon it's all. And Perth seems to just have like money everywhere.
Yeah,
People just buy tickets to shows.
Yeah, and especially I feel like Fringe is that time where all the people who just want to get out and go, yeah, I went to Fringe. You know, like so they're sort of.
Have you ever spoke about the Game of Thrones show on this podcast?
I was about to bring it up and I stopped myself.
What happened?
Oh, the worst show ever.
Yeah,
Was it?
Yeah. I was trying to do a cash grab, man.
It was like right at the end of Game of Thrones. That was like, I'm going to put this comedy show on. All these people are going to buy tickets. It's going to sell out. And like two and a half minutes into the show, this old couple come up to the back of the room and they're like, "Oh, we thought this was going to be like a theatre show. Can we get our money back?" And they're like in an alleyway in Northbridge.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that wasn't the best start. But I mean, I had this idea that, you know, people just love Game of Thrones, which is true. So I was like, if we can do some stand-up on it. But also my cousin's boyfriend at the time was an extra in Game of Thrones. So I was like, people would want to come and ask him questions.
Oh, so you got him on the...
Yeah. But I only
like
sold...
a panel.
Yeah, at the end. I only sold 40 tickets. So
What
most
size
of the money
room?
went to him.
What size room?
It's a craft.
Oh,
It's a 100-seater.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant how big the room was.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun because it was so bad, but it was a shambles, man.
It was a train wreck,
Yeah.
man. Halfway through the show, I was on sound and they just go, "Hey, you want to do a spot?" And I'm like, "All right, I got nothing."
Your spot was pretty funny though.
It's like, I don't watch Game of Thrones. I'm not a fucking nerd.
Yeah. But the worst thing was, I was doing Game of Thrones references and no one was getting them. It was really weird, bro. Like if you went to Marvel,
So they weren't... Yeah,
they weren't clicking. So...
Or they just weren't funny.
No, they were funny. But out of that night, there was one absolute piece of gold, man, and it was J. Raymond Pellicari came dressed as the Night King, and he had the full makeup.
Really?
Everything, bro. He looked unreal. And his intro, he did Michael Jackson's
Thriller?
Was it Thriller?
Yeah, it was hell
Yeah,
funny.
it was so good, man.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And he was full dressed up, eh?
Full dressed up.
He committed. No one else committed. That was the issue.
Got to go balls to the wall.
Were you into Game of Thrones?
Nah, not really, man.
Yeah. I bought in late, and to my despair.
Yeah.
I do with like
see
what
how
I
it
do with
ended.
all series. I put them on and then I just like
Fall asleep.
Well, I fall asleep, but then I get busy. I work on stuff, and it's just playing in the background. And then I'm like 4 seasons in, and then I'm like, this is a lot of shit.
Well,
man.
I nearly gave up after the Red Wedding, and I felt sick. And
I don't
then-
even know what that is.
Yeah.
That was a girl got a period, man. It was fucked.
Edit that
Wasn't
out,
far off
please.
it.
No, it was, she got a period from her head.
Because you got her head chopped off.
Yeah. They all got fucked on, bro. Like the whole family. Sorry, any spoilers if you haven't watched it yet.
Listeners, as well, before I forget, we're on YouTube. Last episode was we
Wait,
did
the whole
full,
episode's on YouTube?
We put the whole
gone
episode on YouTube.
I've been picking my nose, man.
Yeah. We did it with Wolfie, and it fucking so many people say they love it. So every episode from now on is going to be up there on YouTube. So I should run up there and make sure I press record, eh?
Yeah. Guy, don't do a wolfie,
I
man.
feel self-conscious now. I'm in a tracksuit for fuck's sake.
Yeah, but you're Scottish. It's your good going out tracksuit, man. It's your Scottish tuxedo. Yeah, I was going to say I want to transition into this next bit because it's so fucking funny, man. So Mush, last time he came on, when we asked him any fake news, he never brought this story up, and he only brought it up with me the other day when I was drinking, and it's just the fucking most insane shit ever. So he got sold.
More insane than his fucking Rockingham road trip.
It's on par, man.
It's more stupid. For
It's
sure.
so he got sold fake news.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Mush is going to take it away from here.
Oh man! So I moved to Australia, and then I was on Facebook one day, and I've always been broke, man. Right? Like had shitty jobs back home, moved here, got good money, saved up, had 10 grand in the bank. I was like, I'm fucking rich as fuck.
Yeah.
And then I went on Facebook one day, and I see this video from the American TV program Shark Tank, which is like Dragon's Den.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, you know what it is. And then this guy from Bunbury, Mark something or other, and he's created the ham dog. Have
Do you remember the ham dog?
Have you heard of the ham dog?
Do you remember it?
Explain.
So the
Not
ham
really.
dog
I don't
is,
recall.
half hamburger, half hot dog.
So dude, I watched this and it was
I was wondering. I didn't know what the fuck you guys were messaging about this afternoon. You're like, ham dog, definitely ham dog. I went, what the fuck?
You're like, who's ham dog?
I was like, who the
Sounds
fuck
like
is
an
that?
Aussie nickname.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, who's ham dog?
So it's for the viewers at home, man.
It's a bun,
A circle,
burger bun.
a burger bun, and then it goes into an elongated hot dog bun on the side, so you can put a hot dog in the hot dog bun, slice a line in the burger, and then put the hot dog in the burger, and then it creates a mega bun, man.
Mega.
And like I'm watching Shark Tank and all the sharks
They
are
loved
like,
it.
this is the fucking best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because I forgot they're American and they're dumb as fuck. I'm like, yeah.
They all invested, man. This is how I knew about it because they were like, yeah, they're throwing money at it.
What the
They
fuck?
know that like the fat fuckers are just going to buy that shit. And they've all got shares in like fucking anti-fucking diabetic medication. They're like, yeah, man, you're doing us a solid here. Oh, fuck.
They're all fucking.
It's fattening up the population.
They own
man.
insulin.
Yeah. Fuck. And that's the real reason behind it. But I was just like, nah, man, everyone loves a burger.
Yeah.
Fuck. Plus, I just got to Aussie, I just got to Australia, and everyone's like banging on about sausage sizzle, and I'm like,
Everyone's banging on about sausage sizzle.
you guys love sausage
Go to
sizzle.
Bunnings.
He's seeing dollar signs.
100%.
Ham dollars.
I'm like, fuck, if a sausage sizzle can do $400 outside of Bunnings, man, and I take ham dog to a music festival, people's minds are going to be blown, man.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
So then it says, like, if you want more information, leave a thumbs up under the video. I left a thumbs up.
As all good marketing campaigns, all strong business propositions start. Hey, mate, if you want to invest in our business, just leave us a thumbs up. We'll get our leads team onto it. All hands on deck. One thumb on deck. Yeah.
That was red flag number one.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You know you got a shitty business proposition when it relies on a notification to the... Yeah.
So I got a phone call. I got a phone call from a guy, and he's like, "Oh, hey man, my name's Mark. Saw you left a comment under a thing. I think he messaged me on Facebook first, obviously, to get my number, and I gave him it. And then then he phones me. He's like, "Hey man, I've been doing ham dog for like 4 years. It's taken off in America. I was on the Jimmy Kimmel show." And he's legit on the Jimmy Kimmel show, like, fuck. And they're all frothing it, man. Like,
So you're thinking this is...
has to be $1 million, man.
Yeah.
And he's like on the phone going, "Man, I drive a Lamborghini. You might have seen me riding around there in my Lamborghini." I was like, "Fuck, man, I want a Lamborghini."
A Hamburghini.
And he's like, "Right, I'm going to set you up, man. All you need to do is invest $4,500 up front." I just saved my first 10 grand.
What'd you get out of it?
45% of your savings.
Yeah, 45% of my life savings.
Yeah, so he said you
And
need
then-
4.5, and your response was?
I was like, "Fucking show me the Lamborghini, bro."
Show me the Lambo. Who's coming with me, man?
So then he's like, "If you sign up, I'll send you the contract through. You can have a read through it." I read the contract. It's like you're gonna get a ham dog franchise. You're gonna be selling burgers out your eyeballs. Like, fucking, here's the deal. You get X amount of percentage per ham dog sold. Say a ham dog was like $1, you were gonna get like 10 cents per dog. And I'm already thinking, well, I'm gonna sell 1 million ham dogs a day, so I'm sweet. And then I signed the contract, man. I send him 4.5 grand, and then about a month goes, and I hear nothing from him. Fuck off from this guy.
Did they acknowledge your payment received or anything?
Yeah, man. Well, I only sent one because it was 4.5 up front, and it was $500 a month after that. And then I sent like $1,500. I phoned them up. I'm like, "Hey, what's happening with the ham dog?" They're like, "Oh, we've had a change in the business model where we've decided to go.
We've decided to leave you out of it.
What did I say?
So they go, "Oh, well, we're going away from the traditional restaurant franchise, and we're going to franchise it in a
Pyramid.
we're gonna give you a food van. You can go to festivals and you can sell ham dogs out your food van." And I was like, "All right, sweet. Well, I'll stick with that, I suppose." I'm 5 grand deep at this point. I need to sell some ham dogs. And then another month goes by. I don't hear from them. And they phone me up and they're like, "Oh, business model's changed. We've decided to go away from the traditional food van." What we're gonna do now is
Fuck it up. You haven't told me this part of the story. Traditional restaurant. No, we're going to food van. No, we're going to move away from traditional food van.
We're going to give you a trailer.
bikes.
We're going to give you a trailer. We're going to give you a trailer. And inside the trailer, there'll be a tent. And
A what?
A tent.
We're going to the traditionalist homeless. We're doing the traditional homeless marketing campaign of the traditional camping outdoors.
And they're like, in that tent, you'll have some containers for your onion, lettuce, and tomato. And I'm like, right, sweet. By the way, I still haven't seen a ham dog.
You haven't even tasted the product, or have you even tried it at this point? Oh, fuck.
I'm like $6.5 grand deep at this point, and they're like, what do you mean you haven't had a ham dog? I'm like, well, I haven't been supplied with like the correct gear to cook a ham dog. And he's like, bro, you just cook them yourself. He was like, go.
What, go to IGA and pick us?
He was like, go to Coles, get some burgers, preferably Bunbury beef.
Bunbury beef.
Willie's just got a special on.
It's 3 hours away.
And he's like, buy a sausage, cut a slit in the burger, and voila.
$6.5 grand to be told how to shop.
And I'm like, what about the rolls, man? And he was like, well, that's the interesting part.
That's the interesting.
He goes, the bun is actually the only part of the ham dog that we've patented. So he's like, I'm going to come around to your house, we're going to talk some shit over. And I'm like, all right, sweet. And then this guy rocks up at the house, not even the guy in the Lamborghini. So still haven't seen a ham dog, still haven't seen a Lamborghini. This guy rocks up at my house. He's like, hey, man, I'm the general manager of Australia for ham dogs. I brought you like a little sample. And he has like in his hand, he has like 10 rolls, ham dog shaped rolls. And he's like, here, man, you just go to town on them, make yourself some ham dogs, try some stuff. Here's a list of all the customers we want you to go visit. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, well, we've changed from
We've gone away from that.
From the traditional trailer with camping set up.
He's like,
Where you go to them.
Yeah.
he's like, we're no longer going to be cooking our own ham dogs. We're just going to be selling the buns to businesses around Perth. And he was like, you've got the city of Canning. And I looked through the list, and there was what's up? The big Varsity. I seen the Varsity. I was like, oh, Varsity, they'd probably be keen on that kind of thing. That's their their kind of cup of tea.
Bread
and he's
and
like, nah, we've already approached Varsity.
So they've given you an area that they've already fucking scouted.
He's like, these are the people we couldn't get. If you can get them, you get 10 cents on the ham dog.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
And then I just
Gave up.
I never sent any more money. Cancelled the direct debit and just never spoke to them ever
So
again.
you spent $6.5 grand on 10 buns.
10 buns.
Fuck, that's $650 a bun, man.
How do we? Can we? Are they on Instagram?
Yeah, you find them easy.
Like,
I mean,
Australian ham dog.
Yeah, just ham dog, bro. It's fucking so crazy. You would have thought after you put your initial money in, they would have come around with like a sample bag and like, here's a ham dog.
I think they obviously seen how stupid I was, man.
Did you
Ham dog.
did you ever take him to like the Fair Work Commission or anything?
Nah, man, I feel like
Should have taken him to the ombudsman.
I think I would have been.
Sam Cribb follows it.
Of course he does.
I feel like I'd be too embarrassed. Like,
There's only 482 followers.
Really?
And 8 posts. But let's have a look. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, they've moved away from their traditional social media following to relying on podcasts.
Yeah.
If you can smell the Bunbury beef, you can have a ham dog.
Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, it does look kind of cool.
Yeah, the bun.
The bun.
You want to buy some?
I got 10. Okay. I
I'll
see
do you a
what
good
they're
price, man. Like $5.40 a bun.
I see what they're going with.
Yeah, scams.
Yeah. But nah.
I wonder why the Dragons were so keen, man.
They knew there were people like you out there, man.
Yeah.
They're like, Scottish people are going to go bonkers for this.
They're like business intellect might be on a whole different level where they just knew that people were going to buy into the ham dog to sell franchises, and he was going to take like $5.5 grand off like 1 million people.
Yeah.
But I don't know if 1 million people would fall for that.
Nah, I reckon one. Just one.
1 in a million.
Fuck, man. What a crazy story. I can't believe that.
The Rockingham story, for those of you that haven't listened to that one, go back and have a listen because it's a very fucking funny story.
Episode.
So your first few 6 months or so in Australia was interesting.
Just me being a dumb cunt, man.
Mate, I live with Mush and Johnny. They're from the same place in Scotland.
Can I go for a pee?
Yeah, of course, man. Go through there. You know where it is.
I want to get both of them on because fuck, bro, their town sounds like
A small town?
Yeah, it honestly it sounds like something out of a sitcom, bro.
Yeah.
I'll get Mush to tell you about the dolphin. What's the name? The dolphin lady, Mush?
Lithgow.
Yeah, I know Lynn Lithgow, but what did you used to call that chick? The dolphin lady? Yeah, we'll find out.
Pissing.
It's pretty fucking brutal.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and that's a small town.
and Johnny's got some killer stories, man. I want to bring them on together. Johnny's a bit shy, so we'll get some drinks in.
Get a bit of liquid courage.
Yeah, because he's basically Johnny met a guy traveling, and this guy was a gay, rich Asian, like not a crazy rich Asian, just gay,
rich Asian.
And he took a liking to Johnny and ended up like flying him all over the world and bringing him to China. And the stories are fucking hectic. I'm not going to reveal any until we get Johnny on.
Get him on it.
So funny. But they were telling me the other night, this is when he told me the ham dog story. Then Johnny was like,
You puffed?
He goes, he's like,
smoking, man.
what about that? I can't do the Scottish accent. He said, what about the dolphin lady?
No, you got
The dolphin lady. That
do
was
the Scottish accent.
dolphin. I don't know.
I don't know if dolphin lady's appropriate.
It's pretty un-PC.
It's not very PC, but it's
Seaspiracy, man.
I mean, all right, we can tell that story. I reckon we had this. We lived in our place in Perth, and we had this woman. It was a bit of a shithole. We had this woman, and she'd go
Was
past.
this in Perth?
Yeah.
I thought this was in Lynn Lithgow.
Oh no, this was in Perth.
Oh,
eh?
fuck. All right. Yeah, tell the story. Yeah.
So she used to walk past every night, and she was a hell nice lady, man. But she was like, I think she had something wrong with her. I don't know if it was drug related. She was pretty messed up.
What area was this?
Rockingham.
Cannington.
It was the same area I was allowed to distribute ham dogs.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Cannington, you just got the greyhounds.
Fuck. And she used to walk past, and like she'd come and she'd grab like if there was cigarette butts in the ashtray up front, she'd grab them. And then one night she wrote us this letter, and she said her name was Dolphin. And like she said, like, oh, nice to meet you guys. Like, I just live around. And
She didn't say it, did she?
No, she wrote it down. She
Yeah.
had a whole spiel. She couldn't really speak properly or whatever. And when she spoke, it was, I'll explain in a minute. But like one night, like, so she told us her name's Dolphin, and you were kind of mates. She's cool, man. And she walks past one night, and she kind of goes, like she's making noises with her mouth, and it's like a squeaking noise. And I'm like, hey, Dolphin. And my mate's like, fucking hell, man, you can't call her that.
Why? Because she's got.
Oh, fuck.
And I was like, nah. And I went and grabbed the letter, and I was like, look, her name's Dolphin, man.
Do you reckon that's her nickname? Hey, from her friends, like call her Dolphin because she goes.
Yeah, I never really thought about it.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
But
probably.
she sounded like a dolphin. So I thought you guys were talking about a lady back home. So I was like, your fucking town was fucked, bro. But
purple
she stole
loco.
your bike, eh?
I don't know if she stole the bike. I got angry at her one night. Her bike's got stolen, and I shouted at her, and she didn't come around for a while, and I felt hell sad.
I thought you said she couldn't. No, she could hear, but she couldn't
Yeah,
speak.
she couldn't speak properly.
Was she deaf as well?
I don't know, man. Nah, she understood when you spoke to her for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck, I got another stupid
good-
story of
good
money as
swimmer?
well in regards to Johnny.
Yeah, go on.
well, quickly before just remind me to go back on this maybe next week or the week after. But while we're on sea stuff, you're my octopus teacher thing. That girl, the marine biologist, she's going to come on. She says it's all fake.
Yeah.
It's all shot in a studio pool.
No way.
Yeah, that's what she's going to come and explain how it's all done. So
Fuck, it's like moon landing.
she's
number
like half
two.
of it's like it's and they can't do that. Yeah, she's
Was she involved
Sick.
in the show?
no. She's a marine biologist. Apparently, it's pretty common
Marine biologist is pretty common.
Yeah. It's just someone who just left high school for.
Just on Instagram up an X.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, a turtle.
I'm a marine biologist.
Pronounced vegan.
Yeah.
She's going to be accompanied by.
Yeah. What was your story about, Johnny? Sorry.
Oh fuck! Another stupid money story. I was looking at houses when I first got to Australia when I had $4,500 left in the bank.
You can buy this tent.
I got a deposit.
This guy,
1%.
this dickhead from fucking Aussie Homes Living or something. He phones me up and says, "Hey man, I'll show you this plot of land. We've got a sick house you could have." And he takes me there, and it's just like an empty plot. My mate Johnny comes along just to check it out, and he's like, "You can move into this house for $1,000, man." And I was like, "I've got $1,000."
Fuck off.
So then, man, within about 20 minutes from seeing this house, he takes us to a Dome Cafe, buys us coffee. I'm like signing away all the paperwork. I give him like $2,000. And then Johnny's sitting beside me and he goes, "Hey man, you can have a house too if you want." And Johnny's like, "Fuck it."
Just have a block of land or a house
A block of land to build a house on.
for $1,000.
$2,000. So I gave him $2,000, and then he's like, "It's just a deposit, man. You can get it back if you bail out."
When did you meet him? Where did you meet him? Did you leave a thumbs up on his Facebook page?
I probably did.
What the fuck is happening?
Did you meet him on Facebook?
Yeah, 100%.
What was it like? Dumbscottishbackpackers.com or something?
Aussie Living's home or something.
Oh, Aussie Living, yeah.
And then Johnny signs up as well, gives him $2,000. We give him $4,000, and then realize that we're both on holiday visas so we can buy a house.
When did you realize that?
Fuck, I don't know. Like, he just scammed us, man.
Did he give it back?
What?
Get it back?
He gave us $1,000 back.
What?
Each?
Yeah, because apparently 1,000 of the 2,000 deposit wasn't refundable.
Non-refundable.
Fuck me.
That guy's dodgy because he should be doing his background research on who he's signing up.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit, man.
Yeah.
If I ever see him,
What was his name?
Take
Mark from Aussie Living Ham Dog Homes.
his name was Guy. Such a real estate agent's
Fuck.
name,
Guy.
isn't it? Yeah, Guy.
Some guy.
Guy.
Fuck.
Yeah, he was a douchebag.
Well, now you own property.
Yeah,
Yeah, you did it. You did it the right way, didn't you?
I think like getting all that dumb shit out of the way.
You're a
maybe not to the
homeowner.
extent. But like doing dumb stuff, I reckon, is important, man. Like get it out of the way, and then you can be sensible.
Yeah.
What's the scenario like? Getting a house as coming in from another country.
I'm an Aussie now. Oh,
Yeah, so
fuck.
yeah.
I got
Oh, yeah, he's got his-
I'm an Aussie now, man.
So when was that? When did that officially?
March.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey.
Skippy.
Do you know the national anthem?
Don't
worry.
That's almost how it started.
Yeah.
Australians all own ostriches.
Fuck, it's
Fuck.
it's not the most inspiring.
What did you have to learn? What was a citizenship test for all the backpackers listening?
You have to know the anthem, don't you?
Nah, it was so easy, man. It was like, what's the indigenous flag of Australia, colour-wise? Is it red, black and yellow, pink, purple and green, or orange with 72 triangles in it?
So what did you put? Orange with 72 triangles?
Close enough. In you go.
It was probably giving you PTSD because it looks like a ham dog.
That's
It's so easy, man. It's so easy. The questions were ridiculous, eh?
yeah. That's
I thought it was hard. For who I was speaking to, I was like, no, it was hard, man.
you have to be able to obviously speak English.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the tricky part for most people, I think, because they
That
don't
come
understand
from-
the questions. They're like, well, what does that even mean, you know? But like, they probably do know the answer to the
Did
question.
I ask you about like first prime minister? How do we vote? What are the?
Yeah, what's like, what is,
First prime minister that we had. Pff, I don't know that.
What was his name? Edmund Barton.
I don't know, man.
Was that the guy that
Edmund Townsend?
Edmund
Yeah.
Barton, or did he
Edmund-
climb
Edmund
Everest?
Everest. Someone was Everest. Edmund Hillary.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
And Tenzing Norgay was the Sherpa.
What was
something
Sideshow
like that.
Bob's name?
Kyle Legacy.
Yeah. Well,
What's his real name?
Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah. No, was it like Edmund Tanzarian or
Yeah,
something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. No, you mean Principal Skinner's real name?
Oh, that's what was his.
Yeah, Tanzarian.
Armin
Armin Tanzarian. Anyway, what was that? Wasn't in the Australian.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Who is?
I don't
can
know
you
what
Google
the
that?
questions were. They were just simple stuff. What is equality?
What is equality?
Yeah, men and women.
Fuck, we still don't have that, eh?
Men and women get equal rights, or
And what did you put for that?
only men can vote.
What did you put?
Obviously, those answers are non-disclosable.
You just put a thumbs up. Yeah, but that's because
What's equality?
because you do get people from countries where women aren't allowed to vote and drive.
True.
So for them to actually learn the rules,
Their mind's blown. They answered the wrong. They're like, men and women. What the fuck? I'm out. Get me home.
what show are you
Mate,
running
that's
here?
so fucked. If that's like what is equality, because eventually, like, that's going to go into like what is equality is Laurel Hubbard allowed to compete in the
mate.
Olympics?
Here we go.
Oh, it
Here
didn't
we
take
go.
long.
Let's get back into transgender.
Jeez, old Mother Hubbard.
Fucking Laurel.
came out of the cupboard.
I don't watch the news, eh?
Well, she's a weightlifter.
I know, but I see stuff, but like then I just
Yeah.
see glimpses, man. So who's the one thing I've been wondering is at the moment, who's that little Russian boy?
He's 18.
Yeah. Yeah. He's an adult with like an age disorder.
Oh,
Yeah.
like Benjamin.
Because I
Button.
was like,
yeah,
when
he's Benjamin Button.
when
yeah.
I first seen that first photo of him, video, the first one I seen was someone walks up to him and gives him money and he fist bumps him. And I thought that's the coolest little kid I've ever fucking seen in my life. Like, fuck, Scotty, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Fucking give me that sort of fist bump and like that
Yeah, he's
attitude
sweet, a
swagger.
Right, that guy's obviously like I thought it was obvious, but obviously
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
because
Initially,
he looks old, but like
Yeah.
he looks, weird.
he's
But
little.
that was the one thing I was wondering from the news.
Yeah, who is it?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
why
he's-
do they keep popping up on my fucking newsfeed, man?
Right, man, the Russians.
I think that's just Wolfie just putting it on.
it's good marketing, man.
What do you mean?
Like whoever's in charge of that guy's social media,
Yeah.
because everyone's seen him, millions of people.
Eh?
They showed it on the front bar.
What do you mean the social media?
Like whoever's filming that content
Yeah.
of that little dude,
Yeah.
he's popped up on heaps of like having fights and like doing all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because he wants to do MMA, hey? Against
he?
another kid. Another.
Probably been on those the Russian juice, man.
Yeah.
I'll start tearing
Icarus.
I feel like it was against another person with the same disability. Or the
I saw
same
two
issue.
little. I saw two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel
Sounds like
like
something you'd see at Bucks do in Prague. Hey, you want to come see two midgets?
Did you go on any Bucks 2s being in Scotland where it was like cheap to fly over and do?
Oh,
crazy?
yeah, it was like Prague,
Budapest?
Amsterdam.
What was the craziest shit? Surely you've got some dumb story how you invested in a Prague nightclub or something.
because when you're over there, everyone just flies over for a night, don't they? They fuck
Yeah.
off back.
Yeah.
One time we went to Antwerp. We went to that Tomorrowland, that music festival.
Sick.
And,
Where's Antwerp again?
in Belgium?
Belgium.
And we went to this. We stayed in this like district or whatever, and it was like we went in. We had heaps of drugs from Amsterdam.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Had
Yeah.
heaps allegedly. I should have used that for the ham dogs. I'll get like a defamation case tomorrow. Eh? Like, give me my $6.5 grand, cunt. I'll stop talking shit.
Shit.
And I went in, so we had like mushrooms and coke, and like we went in to the fucking to this apartment. Then it got dark, and we'd taken the mushrooms. We're all like tripping balls, and we had all this coke, and we were paranoid. It smelled hell petrol-y, and for some reason we didn't think it was like real coke. We were like, oh, that's not real coke.
That's
we were, like,
allegedly a good sign because that's
like-
what I've been washed in.
we were like tripping balls on mushrooms, going, that's not good coke. That's not good coke. And by the time we like decided whether or not it was coke or not,
You were
like,
so
we'd taken so much, man. And like, I think we all just crawl out of this apartment like jaws first, just like gunning hard, man. Like everyone's like taking 2 steps forward and running back to the toilet to take a shit because it's went through them. And then we go outside, man, and where we were staying, like we had no prior knowledge to this, but where we were staying was like a gay district, and there was this Mr. Gay Universe competition going on, and like all these dudes, man, like coupled up, like dressed as like all this, like dressed in like erotica, like all like ready for this, like to
But
see a big
jacked?
buff. Yeah, like some of them were jacked, man. Some of them they were just.
And user on mushrooms.
And we just like come out and we're like, what the fuck? And we get the Burger King and we order a couple. You can get beers.
Hamburger King?
You get beers in the McDonald's in Belgium. And we got a couple of beers and then we're sitting there and we're like,
This is why you're tripping on shrooms?
yeah. And we're like, should we go back to the hotel? And everyone's like, definitely.
So you've got Mr. Erotica, Mr. Gay Universe
It's so
happening.
like- and we walked in obviously in the morning sober. You see so much more shit. We woke up, we walked out, and it's like straight away, like all these posters, like all these buff dudes, and we're like,
That makes sense. Yeah.
It's funny what you don't realise, man, what you pick up on.
Yeah, well, I remember, I won't disclose who, there was a group of us doing mushies down in Bali on the beach, and it got to a point where we had a weightlifting competition with this huge log on the beach, and like fucking no one could lift it above their head. And one of the lads just ended up summoning the strength and got it up, and we lauded him for the whole night. Like, you are the man. Can't believe you got that above your head. And then we went down the next morning, just go have a swim, and it's a bit of driftwood. And it's like fucking, you can just
Super
pick it up
light.
with it. You just like none of us could lift it above our head.
Fuck.
It's fucked how it just plays with your
I
head.
got a story. I'll save it.
You're
for-
taking some
Save it for 2 months.
Yeah, post-teaching. It's
Post-teaching.
It's not a bad one. It's in Corfu, man. Yeah. I was convinced we were in a gay club, and
Oh.
lots happened.
And when in Rome?
I got pegged. Went in Corfu, let the back door through.
Oh, classic. Hey, should we, while we're waiting, should we do a fake news story?
Yeah, let's go. You can bring up the one that you put in. I haven't.
Because this is one we've talked about before,
What's the
and now it's true. It was in our conspiracy episodes. Cameron McLaren talked about it. Britney Spears being held captive by her dad. And she basically came out today and said, yes.
I don't know anything about it other than, this is my knowledge, her dad has like full power over her because the court said so. Right?
Conservatorship.
Yeah, but she's gone like.
She's been like clinically a bit
Mate, she's
mental.
gone mental. She started buying ham dog franchises. She's investing in Aussie living.
So this, honestly, like this is from the outside. This looks it looks like someone who's been forcibly medicated and really struggling with that medication. You can see like she's on it. It looks like she's on some really terrible medication. That's how it looks when you see her speak on social media. But she said today in court that basically everything she says on social media is a lie, and she's been basically held captive, and she thinks her dad deserves to go to prison.
All right.
So she said that a judge to end her abusive. So she's got a lodge. She's actually got to a lodge for an appeal to end this what do they call it? A conservatorship, which is basically
ownership.
Yeah, basically
Slaves.
So for 13 years this is happening. So the Free Britney hashtag has been going for a while. Like, and we talked about it. Cam McLaren said this is clearly a woman who's been put on medication that's not correct for her.
Yeah.
And I actually thought of a joke that I would say, like, what are we going to do when she's one of these, celebrities that dies from a fucking medical overdose? Oops, I did it again.
No.
Like, I thought that was going to be a bit too over the top, but
Or a bit too shit to do on stage.
yeah, no, but
That's toxic.
but in saying that, like, that's what's been happening. Like, these people are over medicated, and then they end up fucking like having overdoses, like what's happened in the past with Prince and fucking Michael Jackson and whatnot. But
So what did she say? She said that
she's in court. This is in court.
She's not of sound mind.
Well, this is correct. So, and do you think of sound mind because of the medication that she's on?
No, because of her whole scenario.
The whole scenario, like being raised as a fucking But
What age was she when she hit the spotlight?
16, I think.
Yeah.
no, even younger than that, because she was a Disney kid. No, she was
right.
a Disney.
Oh, really?
kid. Yeah.
She was on Disney shows.
Her and Timberlake were Disney kids.
For real.
Yeah.
Her little sister was on Disney as well, I remember.
What was her name?
Zoe something.
I'm traumatized. I'm not happy. I can't sleep. I was told right now in conservatorship I'm not allowed to get married or have a baby.
That's pretty brutal.
Inside myself right now, she's got an IUD. What's an IUD?
Something that stops you having kids, I think.
Yeah, I can't get pregnant.
What would that be? An
Implant on uterary device or something.
She's got set up in fucking Vegas and do 2 shows a night, 5 days a week, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like for a long time. And she's called it an abusive sort of
Intrauterine device.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
that's-
So I'm so angry I cry every day. This conservatorship is doing me way
Was she
more
like,
harm
sometimes
than
I
good.
run, sometimes I cry?
Yeah. I deserve to have a life. During the hearing, the lawyer representing the conservator said in the hearing of the transcript, private
Boring.
medical. Yeah, private. Yeah, exactly. They've interfered with my life, so I feel like it should be an open court hearing. So she doesn't want it to be redacted. She wants it to be open and should be able to listen to what she has to say.
Yeah, right.
So they're going to hear it. which means it could all like come out if he's been doing some
That's
stuff.
fucked, man.
Yeah, I'm backhanding the dad.
You reckon?
Yeah, man.
What?
Yeah.
No way, man.
I don't think
I reckon
so
what's
either.
fair is you take her off her meds or you put her on whatever meds she tells the judge she wants to take.
Yeah.
And then you'll give
Oh,
her
is that how medical advice works?
Yeah.
You just tell people what drugs you want and the doctor has to give them to you?
Nah, but if
that
she-
doesn't work unless you're Michael Jackson.
That
Yeah.
judge should be getting an independent doctor, and then she can tell her
Yes.
the doctor
Yes.
how she's feeling or what she wants. And
Yeah,
then
correct.
the
Because
doctor can
that was
say-
an issue she raised as well, the medication. that
Also,
she's on.
doctors can't force you to take medication.
No,
So
Yeah.
but he can.
yeah,
He can force her to have whatever because he's become now, what do they call it? Yeah, conservatorship, which basically means he owns her.
Right, fuck.
So fucked, man. And how did they get her to take her meds? Like, they must be forcing her to take them, eh?
Yeah, I don't know.
What did
Yeah.
I read? She was getting forced. Nah, she was getting forced drug induced or whatever, right?
Because this is back when they were saying like, you know, where like people started picking up on bad signs in her social media and people would say, wear yellow if you're in trouble.
Yeah.
And she'd wear yellow in the next clip
Oh, really?
and stuff like that. Or she'd put an old clip up that was yellow. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be hard not to be crazy after that kind of life, man.
Crazy, but it feels alright.
Rose Byrne spoke up for her yesterday, suggesting how hard it is to be in the spotlight. And yes, it's fucking all glitz and glam, and you think like, oh fuck, that's what you want, and then you get it, and then you realize,
And you
oh
get
fuck,
your Harvey Weinsteins.
Yeah, you can't
Legit.
walk. You can't walk down the street, so that's what like you feel almost
You
trapped.
should try fucking being the star of Good Dick Energy, man. It's impossible. So Ash knows exactly what she's talking about.
Fuck, at the weekend, man. So I was on a date at the weekend, and like someone walks by, it's like, oh, you're Grant Mushet, and I was like, yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
like-
the perfect
it's like-
time,
it's
hey?
like, I saw you at
Did you get my restraining order?
It's like I saw you at Comedy Lounge, man. You were sick. I was like, legend, brother.
when you're on the date as
Yeah,
well?
when
That's
you're-
so sick.
Just trying not to high five.
Side note, Brisbane Lions 31, Cats 1 point
Fuck,
in the first quarter.
I had.
So-
Okay, who's kicked goals?
No one you would have backed. McCarthy for 2, Cameron 1, Danaher 1, and that's it.
Okay, cool. So there's a few
4 goals, 7.
few goals, few boxes ticked there.
Speaking of seeing doctors, fucking, do you want to talk about NLP? Or
Nah, next time, I reckon.
next time?
Oh, hypnotherapy and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, fuck, that's pretty cool.
Because you've been getting into that.
Yeah, I've been going to hell.
Well, we can talk about what we did with what you did when we got Chelsea on, if you want.
What's that?
The NLP stuff that we spoke about at home. I don't know if you want to talk about it on here or not.
Oh,
But maybe we could wait for Chelsea unless you want to chat about that.
I don't know. If you want, it's easy. I don't mind talking about anything really.
NLP, explain.
Nothing.
Neuro-linguistic programming. So it's just like
Rewiring your brain, man.
Yeah.
Have different
Yeah.
thought processes. It's pretty interesting.
So
Yeah.
rewiring your brain to see something in a different situation.
it's based on the fact that like everyone's perception of reality is like based on their own experience. So everything you see is biased, right? Like,
Yes.
Everything you see, like every single thing without even realizing. And then like I've been going to this guy and he just like, fuck, he's so good, man. Just the way he speaks certain things, he does a bit of hypnosis and he just like sort of, it feels like rewiring, man. And then eliminates sort of bad feelings, bad thoughts, bad self-ingrained sort of
Patterns.
beliefs or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mush has done it. Basically, it was RTT. What I did with Chelsea, same thing.
What's RTT stand for? Sorry.
Rapid transformational therapy, I think it is.
And what's that?
It's where you go back to your part, like a little bit of hypnosis. You go back to your past
And address the
you
things that have caused trauma.
Yeah, find where not exactly
the
trauma,
triggers.
but it might have been a trigger. It might have been an event where you've latched on to, right, this happened then. So from this point forward, I'm never going to let that happen.
Yeah.
And-
So for like, I think we sort of spoke about it last
So
time.
like you,
with my
comedy and
parents.
wedding.
Yeah, yeah.
Legit.
Yeah. So like for my like for when I think Chelsea was on, we spoke about my parents drinking and me like being afraid of having a drinking problem or something
Yeah.
along those lines.
Yeah. So whenever the moment was that you felt out of control, would link back to there where you're like, I don't want to do that
Yeah,
again.
because
or
I
whatever.
remember how it made me feel as a kid. Yeah, okay, cool. And so that's basically assessing every little thing that
Yeah, but
you're
your
triggered about.
brain will tell you where, if you are in that hypnotic state, which again isn't like clucking like a chicken. It's just like being okay with letting your subconscious show you what you need to show.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
you're
like deep in subconscious and just
Yeah.
in that sort of safe space. And then you get asked a question and you just come out with an answer you like have no idea where it even came from. It's just like you just go, oh, I was 12 years old and I fingered a chicken. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was 19 and I bought a ham dog franchise.
I've been broke ever since.
Fuck, that's sick. Yeah, I'd like to actually get involved.
So
in
when
that.
Chelsea's back on, do you want to come on or do you want to talk about that now? Because it was pretty cool what you were talking about.
Yeah, it's hell cool, man. He got me like envision certain parts. He got me envision myself on a timeline in the universe, and he got me to like move through the universe and close my eyes, and he'd telling me things, and it felt like I was traveling, man. Like physically, like it was like
almost like
ketamine. Yeah.
I was gonna say, did you look up and there was gay universe everywhere? Like, Mr. Universes?
What's the astral projection almost like sort of just
flying through the universe, man. And
Wow.
then, like they always say, you pick a spot in reality. You pick a spot in your memory and your subconscious, and the whole point is to just release it and let it go. And then like you won't be bogged down by that one repressive memory anymore.
because
And
it's
then
there. Hey,
it's all there. You got like this guy explained it like you got thousands and thousands of levels, and they're all like what do you call it? It's like in a pool with like balloon balls, you know. And then like fucking they're all just trying to pop up, and then you fucking suppress some of them way down, and then some of them get stuck in a certain place so the other ones can't get out, and then you fucking
so that's less memories, experiences,
all that shit. And
your
then
whole like
you get down to one that maybe is like blocking so many, and you can release that, and then a bunch of others can.
So how do you release it? Like physically envision it, or physically like mentally envision it?
Within that self-conscious, you go into like your safest, like deepest space of just thought and relaxedness, and it's like a safe space for your own mind.
Yeah.
And then once you're in there, it's just like you're in a place where you can deal with it, you can reframe it, you can see it from a different perspective, or you can just totally let it go and just forget the fuck about it, you know, like get it out of your brain, man. And it's pretty cool because as soon as I done it, I felt like this so good, man.
Is this like a similar what we were talking, like Chelsea mentioned last week, was moving through the experience? So like if you're having an anxiety attack, fucking diving straight into it and move through the experience, feel the experience and let it go?
I don't know. What do you think, Marsh? I don't think so.
Doesn't sound the same.
Because as
It's
in
more like your brain's gone, here, this was an important thing.
yes,
And then you got to go, fuck, why am I being shown this? And then you figure out, well, because I felt, do you want to give that fish and chip shop as an example?
Oh yeah, so he was talking about guilt, sadness, anger, fear. He's like, what one do you feel? And I can't remember what I said at the time. I think I said guilt maybe. And then and then for some reason I just pictured like working in a fish and chip shop when I was 14 and like a bad experience, and that was just like what I was thinking about at the time. It was like a 2-second thought, you know. It wasn't until I got home I actually went, oh, why the fuck did I think about that? Like haven't thought about that place in years.
Yeah.
But like obviously something was shit there, like, and it's stuck in your brain and it's stopping you from like moving forward, you know. So there's like all this shit holding you back.
so how do you release?
He takes you into this like subconscious space, and he just says like I don't know how he says it in the hypnotic sort of space, but he just basically says like you're gonna release this and you're gonna let it go and
Let go of the guilt or
yeah,
the shame or
whatever it
the
is,
anger.
And that's it. Like when you come back to this reality, you're not gonna get hung up on this. You've released it. You're all sort of clear. Eh?
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
It's like the pain body, Eckhart Tolle.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So which
where
one?
Eckhart Tolle, the pain body is where you latch onto a negative experience and moving forward, that shapes how you react in every situation because you've been hurt.
Yeah.
And the pain body when you feed it, it likes being fed. So if you have trauma from, I don't know, let's say a girl left you and cheated on you with your new girlfriend, if you're always like, no, you're going to leave me, you're going to cheat on me, when she fires back, it feeds that pain body and it loves it. But if you acknowledge, hang on, I don't need that anymore, I'm going to let that go at a deeper level, and you can move on. So you never feed that pain body, but this helps you find it in the past and leave it and release it.
Because it's like a defense mechanism. Like
Yeah.
your brain's went, oh shit, I've been hurt by this before. This is what I'll do next time. And then it's like once it happens a couple of times, that the linguistic programming is like set those little wires in place and communicated with your brain, send it into certain areas, and then that's how you deal with it. It's like your coping mechanisms then, eh?
Is that like, and you know, being present and being in the moment in certain things instead of worrying about those sorts of
I think
triggers?
it's more about like, I think meditation's a big one, eh? Like if
Well,
you
and-
take yourself
But
into
also,
that.
being present and not allowing,
Yes.
not expecting something to happen because of your past experience as well.
Yes.
So if
And
you're
not trying to
right
plan,
in that
not trying to
moment,
control
you're just
everything.
like, right, whatever.
Yeah.
But obviously, when someone from Aussie Living Home says you can have a home for $1,000,
Yeah. Well,
you go, hang on, pain body.
well, I've
Hang on, I just got to answer McShane.
fell out with oh shit, what was it we were just talking about then? Sorry, I just got distracted.
The pain body of
Pain
buying
body.
a house.
Buying a house. What was it? Oh, I can't remember.
He's talking about the pain Missy's leaving you? Is that what you
No.
I was just pushing that.
Yeah. No. It was it's been like, oh, that's right. So actually since that sort of experience, I've stopped meditating.
Yeah.
And with it, and not because of that, I've stopped meditating, and I feel like less present over the last 2 months. And last night I just got in this weird headspace where I just sort of I don't know, like envision. I look back on the last 2 months like I hadn't experienced it. Like
right.
Like it's been a blur the last couple of months.
You're just powering through, do you reckon?
I just don't. I don't even remember. I don't even have a concept of being present in anything. It's just like it's gone. It's just happened, and here I am. And then it's just at this weird particular moment last night, I just was like, oh fuck, I'm like here. Like it's that was 2 months ago. Like it feels like that 2 months has just not happened.
Like you haven't dealt with it at all.
It's like like out of body.
You just blanked it off.
Yeah, that's how it feels. So I feel like I need to get back to the meditating, get back to the present.
I feel like that. Like if you meditate every day, it feels like I don't know what they talk about in meditation. Like you can't take a breath from the past.
Yeah.
You can't, but like when you meditate, it feels like you're almost like you've got that anchor to that last meditation spot, right?
Yeah,
So
it just.
I might go 2 days without meditation, and like when you're thinking about like, oh fuck, I need to get back to that.
Yes, because I feel like when I'm meditating, just once, I only meditate like 10 minutes once a day, like when I'm onto it.
Yeah.
But it's enough to make me good at observing my thoughts and observing my patterns, my thought patterns. So if I figure out, I recognize that I'm going down a negative thought pattern or expecting something, or instead of just being present, just assessing everything as it goes.
Yeah.
I'm able to address that and stop it. But at the moment, and this is why I feel like the last 2 months has been a blur, because I haven't been, and I just sort of go through it and then realize, oh fuck, I've done something here that I didn't like, or there, or
you've just fucking flied over it.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas I've gone from such a present state where I could at least pull myself up and acknowledge it. Whereas, since I've stopped meditating, I can't do that anymore.
All right.
So I think I need to get back onto that.
Definitely, man.
It's been a huge change up in my life when I started doing it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I feel like definitely it makes you feel just healthier, happier, I reckon.
Yeah. Do you meditate much still?
Nah, I've stopped a little bit.
Chilled out? Yeah.
Lately, but I need to get back to it.
Yeah. Did you notice a difference? Because I was just saying, like, the last 2 months for me, it felt like a blur. And because I feel like I've not been present.
Yeah. I've been just so fucking busy, man. But I've been present.
But that's the thing. I'm exactly the same, being so busy. But do you look back and go, fuck, it's been 3 months?
Yeah,
What
bro.
the fuck? What the fuck
Always.
just happened?
Yeah.
But, fuck, I got this one sleep meditation for losing weight, man.
Does it work?
Yeah, I done it for like 2 months, man. And I listened to it when I was awake once.
And?
It's like, you'll buy a ham dog.
Fuck, we should do a ham dog night, man.
Fuck yeah.
Like, we should, with our next Hard Yarns event.
Give me my vegan one.
What about the Regal? We do some ham dogs at Regal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
just on the side
or we
there.
just do a comedy
Mate,
night.
no,
we'll
no.
do a ham dog comedy night.
Mush just fucking trying to sit on the outside. They didn't fucking get me on stage.
we can order 6,500 rolls.
Yeah.
And then like just
Put it on your tab.
just rob them, man.
Yeah, so the 4 listeners that are going to come,
Yeah.
you'll go see you.
We should do a comedy night, we'll sponsor it. We'll come up with a different name, like a burger dog or something. Like
We'll get muskets, the guns that have knives attached.
Yeah.
Not the only combination that works, fucker.
I reckon Grant dogs.
Grant dogs.
Or mush. What can we
Mush
have?
dogs.
Mush dogs?
Mush?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you tell dogs to mush as well.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Mush dogs.
We'll go mush dogs.
Ah, yeah?
Yeah.
What will they be?
Well, your choice, bro.
Fuck.
You're gonna be
a
the
mush
new.
dog?
You're gonna be the new rival.
Is it?
What would it be? What would it be? A Scottish
It's a hot dog with fucking mashed potato.
or mash
Actually
dog.
sounds- Mashed dog.
That sounds all right.
That doesn't sound too
alright.
bad.
Nice work, man.
Take it to the sharks.
Mush's mash dog, or it'd be like black pudding with.
If someone makes a fucking burger with potato in it, like mashed potato, takes a photo and story, tag us in it,
Yeah, see how it is.
and we'll put it on the story
I wonder
and
if
let us know your thoughts.
he probably deep faked that whole thing, man.
What do you mean? What the
It
whole?
wasn't even him on the Shark Tank. Like,
Mate,
no, I've seen it, man.
Yeah, but
I'm sure.
I'm intrigued. I feel like that there's a bit going on with that. Like it is a bit of a deep fake, like you say.
Something sus, eh?
Yeah, just get on, Jimmy, do the right things, and then like fucking what was that? What was that festival? Fire
Festival, yeah.
Just like a fire festival, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like said, we got this, invest, and you got the right people Because that's all he did,
Yeah, you just need to know some people that.
Because he had enough money. He put a fair bit of money into getting like your influencers like Kylie Jenner and stuff to say they're going.
If you haven't seen it yet, watch it. It's so good. Fire Festival. Then the gay guy was like, I was ready to suck a dick to save this festival. Have you seen that?
No, I've not seen it.
Oh,
Mate, the igloos and stuff they were staying in and the sandwiches they got, they were promised like luxury food.
It's just basic, eh?
no, we got ham dogs
Mate, it was pretty fucking...
in an Aussie living house.
No, because it seemed to be going okay, actually. And then he said it was a festival at Pablo Escobar's old island. That he, and then the government were like, or whoever he hired it off, were like, whoa, you can't be saying that. And so they just took it off him. So he lost whatever deposit I think he had, and then he lost the island.
Is that all that is?
Some other
That's all that fucked him up?
I think it's set.
There was a few other things.
It's set
He was
the
a pretty
wheels.
shifty cunt. Like, just looking at him, he looks like a rat.
Like sleazy.
Like legit, yeah.
He's in jail, eh?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Talking of meditation.
His ass is somebody's ham dog right now.
I saw meditation. I saw an angry guy this morning. Eh?
Yeah.
Fuck. You want to hear about it?
Yeah.
It's fucking bad. So like, but I don't give a fuck about many things, right? Clearly. And I'm pretty chill, right? So like, I'm driving this morning. I come out across the road there, and then I jump onto the freeway, and like it's like traffic's at a standstill. I'm going to the doctor, and I just fucking pull in front of this guy, like. Who cares, man? Traffic's like slow as fuck, and he's so angry, man. I can see him. He's like this fat, balding guy, like a tight shirt on.
He's running late for Mr. Gay Universe.
Oh, fuck. Maybe, man. He's like angry as. He just wants to suck that corporate dick, man. And he's got like a tight tie and a tight shirt, and he's fucking like bald, and he's got glasses, and he's raging. I can see him like seething, man. And like I'm just looking in my mirror, and he's doing that one with the hands, like throwing his hands up in the air, like, oh, fuck. And then like I'm like, fuck this guy. So I'm like, what do you mean, what the fuck? And he starts going like fucking giving me the fingers, and he's giving me a wanker sign, and I just imitate him like for like. I'm just like
The same back.
and then but I'm mixing it up with like the sort of apologetic, I don't know how this happened, like, oh sorry man. And then he's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, what the fuck? And then fucking traffic comes to a standstill, man, and I'm just like, I lock my doors because I'm a pussy.
Your trailer on the back with a tent. Secure your trailer.
But like this guy, he bitched out as well, man. He just like, as soon as the traffic came to a standstill, he just stared straight. And then I was like, all right, I've clearly won this one.
That's good.
He's more intimidated than I am at this point. So just like going, hey, giving him the fingers. And then at the side, this lane, and I'm like so chill about it all, just having a laugh. He's like irate, shaking. He's driving a Mitsubishi Lancer, and like fucking just seething at the mouth. And then I pull into the lane next to me, and it's just like clear as fuck. There's no traffic in this lane the whole way down, man. Just like so clear. And as I pull in, he tries to pull in, but this truck comes in from the other side. And I just see his face like, fuck. And I just drive off, man. I can see how close his car's got to the back of the truck, and it's like inches, and I'm just driving down, and I'm like, that is a metaphor for life, man. Like if you're gonna go around being that angry and that kind of a cunt, you're gonna like just constantly
truck will fuck
be
you up.
facing people giving you the fingers. Whereas I'm
because
just
you
like,
match your energies.
yeah, and I'm
it
just
tracks.
like, cheerio, motherfucker.
Mate, I'll
Miss Daisy.
because I used to have a bit of fucking road rage back in the day.
It's like social media, man.
Yeah.
You know, like social media, you never speak to people the same way you speak to them.
yeah.
As soon as you're on Facebook, you're like, you're a fucking cunt, you disagree with me.
Yeah.
And then like as soon as you're in a car, you never like, if you bump into someone in the street, you're like, oh sorry man. You bump into someone in a car, you're like, you motherfucker.
I used to fucking get really like, I'd get triggered really hard. But now, probably the last 5-6 years, Cam McLaren's got a bit about it, but I genuinely think like this. I used to think, oh, what if it was my grandma?
Oh, yeah.
You know, or something like that, you know? And half the time it's not. But like it stops the
You mean
initial...
half the time you're bumping into your grandma?
Yeah, I was going to say.
But you know, it's not, you know, the other half, it's like an elderly fucking woman, and I'll be like, fuck, she's probably scared enough. She doesn't need some fucking, she's struggling enough to drive around. She doesn't need some fucking cunt coming up next to her going, you fucking get off the road. Like she's probably upset enough with herself. So
True, man.
There's no point. And then, fuck, it doesn't matter. Like you fucking get around. I mean, you
get the same
you
place.
get to the traffic light and you're fucking there.
You got your shitty job where you hate your fucking life. That's all these people are considered. They're like, oh fuck, I'm going to be 2 minutes late to sell fucking
Pens.
plastic fucking bottles.
It's all a reflection of their own fucking things going on. Like if I get late for something, I'll see my road rage start to come back a little bit. I don't fucking start yelling out, and I'm like, in my head though, I'll go, oh fucking, you could have gone, fuck, like when I'm late, and that's not. it's not
Yeah,
their
it's not,
fault
yeah.
that I'm late. So.
I just do it as a laugh. If someone gives me the fingers, I'm like, all in.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, all right, you open these floodgates, man.
That's the fat wankers that drive Mitsubishis. And I was looking at that group chat for the fake news.
Oh, yeah, you were asking what you want to talk about.
Yeah.
I was just raging about. I wasn't raging, but I was like, fuck this guy, man.
Fuck.
Hope he listens to the podcast. Quit your
Could you
job,
imagine?
man. It's not worth
There's
it.
a guy who fucking walked past you in your date the other night.
My date.
Yeah. Has I seen you?
Oh,
yeah,
imagine,
yeah.
eh? And I get out of the car, I'm like,
Hey.
Seen you at the lounge.
I got about 15 minutes before we got. I got the times wrong for thing. I thought it was 8. Got to be there for 7:30.
bloody
Oh,
hell.
Daniel.
But did you want to talk about Fauci with Mush? Because Mush doesn't give a fuck.
Oh.
What's
But-
Fauci?
Dr. Fauci's emails. I didn't really do enough research into it because I was
we'll
so
save
busy
it.
today.
We'll
So we'll
for a
save it.
conspiracy
Who's
one.
Dr. Fauci?
The guy that said that Wuhan wasn't made in a lab and came out and
He
it's
got
his,
killed.
it's his company that created it in a lab.
For real?
He was funding it. Yeah.
And he was the guy that got murdered.
No, he's not murdered.
No.
Who's
No.
the one that was-
Oh, that was a guy. It was a antivirus guy. He got suicided.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, in a Spanish prison.
Is that what they
He
call
was-
it when you get murdered, but they look at like a suit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got Hillary.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about, wasn't there a guy right at the very beginning of the pandemic where he came out and he was like, oh, this was in a
Oh, no,
lab. And then a couple of days later was like, oh.
Yes, yeah, it was Chinese doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then no, there's already been there's been another Chinese doctor on in America on
That's
news,
Wolfie's psych.
and she said the same thing. She said it's like 100% not.
Lab.
It's like it cannot have been a natural whatever they call
Evolution.
it. Evolution.
Basically, she said it's like having a gun and then somebody's added a rocket launcher, a musket, a fucking knife, an automatic, a tank, everything onto this gun. It's been weaponized and made by humans.
Yeah, right.
It hasn't evolved over time to go from a gun to a gun with a better bullet.
And gain of function is research that they put into weaponizing fucking and making I guess diseases more stronger, easier to go to humans. Like it's pretty weird that it's even a thing. And then the lab that was doing all the testing was in Wuhan, 300 meters from the wet market where apparently it started. And Dr. Fauci was funding that lab. Now he's like, well, I wasn't funding the gain of function, but you're still funding the lab that used that money for gain of function research. So he then basically has tried to. Someone through the Freedom of Information Act has released his emails because it's government emails. He can sort of do what he wants. People can ask what they want because it should be an open forum for government stuff. Unless it's classified, they can redact some of that stuff. And yeah, there's emails from like day dot him saying that it's a substantial possibility that this the COVID came from the lab.
Testing it on bats, man.
Now
that's how Batman was created.
And then him obviously funding that same lab would be drawn into like, oh fuck, your money has funded the downfall of the planet.
the downfall of the planet. Yeah.
So he's basically just fucking quashed it and said, no, this is not, and got Facebook he coordinated with Zuckerberg to quash anyone who thought of the idea of a Wuhan lab leak.
Yeah, right.
And now it's
come out.
Yeah, Facebook has had to remove that ban on people talking about it because it's basically
So fucked, eh?
it's basically 99%, not 90. There's no percentage, but it's basically unavoidable that was the cause of COVID-19 was a lab leak in Wuhan. So all those people, and then for anyone who, I don't care if you fucking like Trump or not, he was fucking right. So, and that's probably more so another thing it's why it was being suppressed because they didn't want Trump to be right.
What's the
Trump's
moral
right.
of the story? Don't trust people in power.
Well, don't trust fucking CCP.
Just
that's
Communist Chinese Party?
Yeah, Chinese
Who's ever trusted them?
Yeah. Well, Dr. Fauci. That's what he said in a Rand Paul cross-examinated him.
Rand Paul drag race.
Rand Paul was a senator in the States, and Rand Paul cross-examined him in Senate hearing and said, mate, what's going on? You've went through all the emails, and he said, no, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So it's that. So he's perjured himself under oath.
And you know what's going to happen?
Nothing's been done.
Exactly.
It's weird, hey?
Nothing's going to happen, bro.
Weird how that sort of stuff happens, especially. No, actually, we won't go down that path.
Yeah.
We only got 10 minutes.
Well, we got 1 day until UFOs release tomorrow,
Is it tomorrow?
25th of June.
Oh, yes.
As far as I know.
What a
UFO?
birthday present. Yeah, the
Far
UFO
out.
report.
Come
What do you
across
think?
like a moron, man. I'm quite smart. I just like don't keep up to date with anything.
What do you think will happen with that UFO report?
Well, I can confirm. I took a huge hang Saturday. I saw UFOs, man. They're real. I was up there. By the time I landed, man, I could tell you 8 different spots, and I found the missing MH370 as well.
That was actually a cool thing about being up in Broome. Sorry, not in Broome, in fucking Fitzroy Crossing. Like, you could see, and it was satellites, but you could see like every 30 seconds, you could see a satellite going across the sky, different directions. And it just made me think, how do they not fucking collide?
Yeah, bro.
Because that's one little spot, Fitzroy Crossing, one little fucking, I'm looking at probably at max 200 kilometers round of
You reckon
fucking
that's all you
sky.
It'd
like
be
that?
so much more, bro.
Maybe more,
It'd
yeah,
be
but
like
still, they're
thousands of
crossing like, and that's only at one level, like where you can sort of see within the.
The next level down is where Mush left his shit.
But just
When you'd be looking at most of the sky,
Yeah.
you'd be looking at like so much of the sky.
yeah, probably.
And
But
it would all
like,
be-
I could see it all within sort of one little zone because I was looking
Stephen
at
Hawking's and Elon Musk, man, they sorted their shit.
It's fucking.
That's the power of mathematics.
It's
How
just
crazy is
crazy
that?
though that like how much is going on up there running around. But UFOs are like they're not going to give out real.
Mate, they were going to land, but Corona. So,
Mate, with the UFO disclosure thing that's happening
it'll be
tomorrow,
fuck all, man.
It'll be just like
They'll be like, yeah, we don't know what they are.
yeah,
That's it.
which is what they've already said. So yes, they're real. We don't know where they are.
Yep.
Which is crazy. Isn't that funny? Last year, 2020, the only year that this could ever happen, the fucking Pentagon comes out and says, yes, UFOs are real. We don't know where they are.
Yeah. Dr. Fauci's going to blame him tomorrow.
Nothing was said.
for the lab leak.
So it's going to be interesting what comes out with that. It's the greatest thing that Trump ever slipped into that little corona.
good, man.
That was in the coronavirus, whatever the manuscript.
Just shows no one reads the shit.
No
that
one
gets
read it.
passed.
What was that?
It was one little law passed by Trump in the fucking
He threw it in. It wasn't like 120 pages in.
in like a fucking 1,500 page document or something.
He just put in like must reveal everything we know about UFOs in 6 months' time.
Yeah, they have 180
You know?
days. You got
Yeah.
180 days for I think it's the CIA or the FBI or whoever it is to reveal everything you know. It's just
such a
hidden
good
in
move,
there.
eh?
It's so good.
It's like when you do your iTunes, like you just click agree.
And it got
That's
passed.
what they've done.
It got passed by fucking Senate. So
That's
it's
so good.
So yeah. So tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sick.
Allegedly.
Everything they know.
Everything they know.
They can just say we don't know fuck all.
Yeah.
So they can lie, but who
Yeah,
knows?
true.
No, I think they'll put out some stuff that makes you go, Things that make you go,
What else is going to talk about, Mush? So you did your full hour. You're a citizen, and you got your ropes access. Shout out to the FIFO workers. People listen to us on site.
Yeah. Quit your job. Your life sucks.
What's that like? You so pretty cool photos, man. You're fucking
Yeah,
like
fucking up high, jumping around on ropes and shit, doing abseiling and fuck, I hate FIFO.
tries to get excited about it. and
My
you just
nephew,
went-
who watched this YouTube thing, he's just got into the FIFO life
Oh,
and he
man.
fucking hates it.
Yeah, good luck on the antidepressants.
Yeah. Yes.
You're right, Rusty.
You're right, Rusty.
All
mate.
good.
You're good.
Honestly, man, fucking chuck out those bed sheets.
Fucking Mush. Are you at liberty to say how come you had to get the key dropped off or whatever?
What's that?
You know, you're like, oh, I've got to wait for this guy to pick up this key because
There's this, I don't know what you're talking about, but
you're
the stupid is like, I'm doing it like, you did go to a rope course, learn how to tie knots, man. You're like, yeah, I've been 5 for 10 years. They're like, oh, here's a hangman's noose. Oh, fuck.
There's a good bit, man. Fuck yeah, write that down.
All right,
No,
nah,
but you were saying how you.
Oh, I had to get my clothes collected.
Yeah.
I'm not going by.
Yeah.
What was funny about
I just
that?
thought it was funny. It's like he hated it that much. He didn't plan. He's like, yeah, I'll just leave my luggage, yeah. And he's quit this week.
No, I'm sick. I haven't quit.
He's sick, sorry, allegedly. And he has to get somebody to go get his luggage, man, because he's just left it up there. So, yeah,
Allegedly.
Allegedly, man. Good luck to your cousin, eh?
yeah.
Nah, it's got like
Nephew.
nephew. All right.
He's youngin'.
Nah, you get in there, I can make money and then fuck off. But like, I don't know why you'd want to do it, man. Half your life in a camp. And you could be in Perth just fucking bomb into 14 strangers.
Yeah. Well, I've told him in particular, like, fuck, you're young, mate. I just take a chance. Fucking try everything you want. Like, you can fuck up everything you want till you're 30 years old, like I had.
Yeah.
and fucking still be okay.
right.
And I literally started this business when I was 30.
Yeah, right.
And it's evolving into something new every day. Like there's
It's gain of function.
it is a gain of function. I'm fucking like, there's no way I envisioned putting on shows and stuff like that. And that's now something I want to start doing. Like just, like it's amazing what you can do if you just put one foot in front of the other.
Go for it.
So I'm not saying Rusty quit your job because your aunties and grandma will fucking kill me. But I think it's worth taking a chance with a few things while you're young because you can fuck everything up as long as you're working towards something and trying and learning and growing.
I feel that's been the overarching the overarching sort of, what do you call it?
Message.
Yeah, message of this show.
The moral.
Yeah, the moral.
It is the moral of this show.
This episode, but like,
Just
buy your ham dogs, buy a house. Fuck it, man.
Make some mistakes.
Rusty, man. Just get that jet ski, bro. Don't listen to them.
What's the time?
6:40, got 5 minutes. Remember my prediction how Danger always chops against Brisbane? He's on 13.
Okay,
on
cool.
15. He's chopping.
Are they caught up with goals?
Nah, 30 points down still.
Are they kicking goals?
Nah, 3 goals.
Okay, so as long as those 3 goals are people that I picked, I don't care about the result.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Quit your job, start gambling, boys.
Let's have a look how many green. Oh, yeah, boy. 4 green ticks so far.
Nice.
Who we got? We've got Charlie Cameron, Hipwood, Danaher, and Patrick Dangerfield, anytime goal scorer. Oh, Patrick Dangerfield was my highest one.
Nice.
The rest should be.
Ropes access.
There's $2,000 coming in, boy.
What else are you going to ask? Yeah, Mush. Fucking. You didn't really say how you felt doing your solo hour.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Felt good.
Sick.
Next. I don't want to talk about myself in a real way. It was good, man. It was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, heaps of people liked it. Got a little weekly award or whatever.
Yeah, you got the. You guys got it as well, hey?
But,
So
Mush
probably
got it
takes.
by such prestigious judges that write blogs on their website. I don't know who these people are, man.
Yeah.
I'd rather you get these reacts during Fringe.
So you got Fringe Show of the Week or whatever.
Yeah,
Or
it's just
what-
like funny as cunt. But it's like I'd rather.
You were addicted to reading those
Yeah,
reacts.
they're like you fucking sit there and you get like 55 or whatever. Like you get like all these good ones, are like fucking funny, greatest of all time, and you read one, it's like meh, and you're like, fuck you, man.
I'm quitting comedy.
Yeah, I'm never doing this again. It's funny that, eh?
Yeah.
That's your mindset,
Um,
man. I don't know. The people that I don't know who the people that judge Fringe are, but they're not.
they're just normal. They're people.
The people who judge Fringe are fucking the comedians.
Yeah,
judge Fringe.
they're the real judges.
Reading those little reacts is funny, man.
Everyone.
When someone has a bad show and you're just on there like, wait, can't you? You just see one and you're like, oh, come on, give us some more. This guy was racist, homophobic, and then you know the person. You're like, oh, they're a mime act. That's hell weird, man.
Yeah. It's funny.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking people have actually everywhere, not just in comedy. Like when I was just up in Derby when they were talking about we do footy and sponsors and stuff, and Woodside gets a pretty bad name up
I
there
don't know
as
why,
well.
man.
Yeah, so it eludes me why it is, but I'm assuming they've got some sort of things. Are they a mining magnet?
No, they're oil and gas.
Oil and gas.
And they
So,
probably do have investments.
Do they
in
do?
that,
Do they have they destroyed Aboriginal land or something? Is that what the? Because I think that's
Was it Woodside? That was Rio Tinto.
because I was getting.
everyone's-
But they all have.
Yeah, they all.
Yeah,
have.
I was going to say I was getting a pretty bad vibe.
Where do you think we're sitting right now, man?
Because Woodside's everywhere up there. You see the signs everywhere. Every time.
Yeah.
One of the guy who was sort of chartering us around, taking us places, he was every time he'd see Woodside, he'd sort of like spit. Woodside.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Well, without Woodside, there's no money for the festival. So you
Yeah,
gotta
I
fucking.
I don't really understand how that works, though.
Yeah, but I don't need.
How they give what they give money.
They'll get a tax write off.
Yeah, but what
Yeah.
do they do? They give Fringe
Well, they support the company that fucking runs it.
financially.
Yeah.
Ah.
Because they're not making fuck all money off some artists that we know.
So I think I think the argument is that they could Fringe could just go get another sponsor. Is that what is that what they're arguing?
Mate, yeah, but I don't think they could get anywhere near the money they're going to get.
I
from
got an
Live.
email.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
they're still dealing with them anyway. Did you see that email?
Yeah. So Woodside aren't sponsoring Fringe anymore. They're sponsoring Outrage, the company that run Fringe.
And it,
So it's like a hack.
it's Boodside. That's pesky.
Yeah. Like Woodside spelled like with 3 O's instead of 2 O's. Hello, my name is Mr. Woodside. Okay, Mr. Woodside, what's your first name? I don't know.
I don't
What's people's actual problem with the company though? Because you have like
Just
there's all these-
polluters.
well, there's
It's all the greenies and the vegans.
Is that what it is?
But like, there's all these international artists that fly over, so like I don't think you can.
Yeah, on a plane that releases
I
carbon
know it's a
dioxide.
small amount, but like you should stop flying if you really give a fuck about the planet.
Yeah, wasn't that who's the English Prime Minister? Boris Johnson. He went over there, and the first thing he did when he got to G7 was like, we need to be more green friendly, and he just chartered a private
jet just for
for
himself.
for like a 45-minute flight or something like that.
Jesus.
Fucking dumb,
And so
man.
everyone was like, "You fucking idiot!" Like,
And then that Greta Thunberg, she was upset because they all ate lobster or something.
Greta
Really?
Thunberg.
I've seen that, yeah.
yeah, she's it's odd. I've never really looked into her. Really,
That's
There's some
probably a
people
good
fucking-
thing.
People, people fucking hate it. People hate her, hey? And some people fucking
She's a puppet.
lord her. Yeah.
Right.
She's a mouthpiece for a.
Mr. Socko. What was I going to say, Mush? The something to do with. Oh yeah. Do you reckon we can get Johnny on with you? Would he? Because you have some ripper stories, man, from your hometown.
Yeah. Yeah, ask him, man.
Because you're a fucking. These two cunts together, man. There's so many. This is how I found out about Ham Dog.
We've done some stupid shit for sure, man.
Oh, fuck.
All right, where are you gigging? Where's your next gig? Oh, you're on. Fuck, you can tell people.
Crushers.
Yeah, we've been doing an hour and a half at the moment.
24th of July.
Oh, I thought it was
24th
this
of
Friday.
July. Nah. It's like 24th.
Ages away.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
What night is that?
24th of July.
Friday.
Friday.
Oh, I'm. Okay, go.
That'll be fun. Janelle Conan's MC. She's like the funniest.
Sick.
Cool.
And then, yeah.
Yeah, fuck, he's excited. He is excited.
I don't know. I came in too strong about my own stuff. Balance it out now.
I'm doing the landing that night.
What's that?
I don't know.
He's waxing the vagina of somebody.
Is that what's that gig?
No idea.
Landing. Oh, that's Alchemos.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah,
up-
it's
who-
good.
Who,
It's awesome.
who,
don't know.
who runs it?
Don't know.
No
I
idea.
just got
What
asked.
do you mean?
Are you? I don't. This is the
No,
first
I
I'm
did
hearing of it.
first time I haven't got a gig through Delby.
Who's running it though?
Fuck, Liam.
Oh no, Liam Cross.
No,
Oh, say.
someone through Pinder.
Oh, that's all right then.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
So just show up in the landing. I think he listens to the podcast. Liam. Oh, fuck, I forgot his last name. I'm
Mate,
sorry.
Rule
Liam.
number one: remember your bookers' names.
Anyway, some show up there. So same night as you. So
yeah?
don't go to see Mush. Come see me.
Nice.
Bad idea.
Yes, definitely. Crushers is good though. Hey, like it's a good like setup. You did Crushers last time, eh?
Yeah, it was.
Nah, it sucks.
What,
You guys are forgetting who you're sponsored by, man.
No.
Fucking hell, you're gonna get sacked.
No, we're not sponsored by Comedy Lounge.
Have you
You're
not-
not?
there's no
Nah.
comedy lounge thing
Oh,
anymore.
when did that stop?
Same day that they ditched me for the teacher comedy special.
Get to the fucking record, babe, bitch.
So the lounge, like they just sort of like have split ways with anyone that's not actually comedy lounge, and they're
You losers
there's-
making them look bad.
no, they're just trying to brand everything comedy lounge. So mate, it'd be silly if they don't. They should start their own comedy lounge podcast.
True.
They really
They
should.
kind of had that, but
Yeah, well, they did, didn't they?
Yeah, you guys weren't pulling in the numbers, man.
and that's been the Hard Yarns podcast with Grant Mush. Get to Sunday Singles. Go buy a ticket through my website now that we're not sponsored by them.
I've got a website.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's not up and running yet.
But we're working on
He put a $4,500 deposit on and
20% done on Wix. So, if anyone listening can make websites,
Yeah, I can.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're
on
gonna
Wix.
listen to this over.
Yeah, I'll listen to this.
Yeah, so
I'll contact you.
I want like the proper communication, you know.
And then okay.
And I'll just leave a little thumbs up under the video.
Yes, that's how you get that.
fuck yeah. We'll get along to Sunday Singles. Branch, are you going to plug your birthday or are you going to keep it just...
Oh yeah, it's my birthday tomorrow.
What's
No,
the- what's
So
the
if any
coin-
listeners want to come out?
What's a coin deck?
Oh, he fit, allegedly.
no, not allegedly.
It's from the confessional.
Eh?
$57 worth of money in his foreskin.
What the fuck?
I get this
All
every
in
time.
5-cent pieces.
It didn't.
5 cents? Nah.
Yeah.
Legacy's bought $57 in 10-cent pieces. He reckons he's gone to the bank. He's ready to break some records.
10 cents, not 10 cents.
It's not happening.
Oh.
I need
It
a
was some
$50
notes.
notes.
All right, sounds like
He's still impressed.
sounds like Belgium all over again.
Yeah.
Our next contestant for Mr. Gay Universe.
I'm going to go. Oh, well, no one will listen in time. I'm going to, I think, Northbridge Brewing Co. Saturday night. Have a few
imagine you got a hard
pops,
yarn
and then
club.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
mate, it happened in Broome. Someone come up to me, he's like, Hard Yarns on tour. I don't know who it is. So if you like, maybe comment on the last thing because I don't know who you were. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you say, hey, mate, what's your name? Thanks for listening, bro.
No, I did. No, but
You're like, I don't talk to these bitches.
no, but I did.
I got an entertainment to
Mate.
disassociate from my fans.
No, but I did, but yeah, I'll tell
Now
you.
I know how Brittany feels.
No, I need to tell you the rest of the story after the
Off the potty? All
yes.
right.
So, but
man.
Cool, he shagged her. So,
anyway,
my gigs are actually nothing. Greenwood Tavern sold out tomorrow night, and I'm doing a quiz night. But Sunday Singles, get there. It's so fucking fun. Have a look at the reels. Really fun.
yep, I need a wee.
Cool. All
Way
right.
to end.
Leave it on that.
Ciao.
Thanks, Mush.
Thank you.
Cool.
For having me on this podcast. It's been a fun experience.
Mush is going to lead us out with the Australian National Anthem.
Waltz and Matilda.
Okay.
All right.
Look at these men finishing my sentences.
I'll take the bit now. I'm a crow. Ah!
You shall not pass.
Shall not pass.
He never did the W.